Obama is calling for order. The president, who considers himself above the law, is asking others to behave lawfully. None of this should come as a surprise. It has been a presidency of hypocrisy. Do as I say, not as I do. And disorder. Look at Missouri. Look at the shootings in the schools and theaters. Look at the Occupy movement. I don't know what it is about this president, but it doesn't seem like our commander-in-chief is in command of anything. It worries me what the new year will bring. I'm Chuck Woolery.
You want to hear more? Get my new podcast, Blunt Force Truth, now at iTunes and Stitcher, or visit bluntforcetruth.com.
I never knew my life would amount to this. Who would have found a husband and 3 kids? Still living in our hometown. No one thought that we would ever make it. But here we are. What a life I've been given. Must have done a good thing early on. I've got a recipe for living. Write it down before I'm gone. When I wake up and before I'm in bed all snug, I get 1 kiss and 3 hugs. Now all of my priorities have changed. Nothing stands between me and the family I made. There were many other roads I could have driven up or down, but my heart won out. What a life I've been given. Must have done a good thing early on. I've got a recipe for living. Write it down before I'm gone. When I wake up and before I'm in bed all snug, I get 1 kiss and 3 hugs. The house is filled with laughter that spills out in the yard, and I sleep better after holding him in my arms. There's no reason for crying unless it's tears of joy. What a life I've been given. Must have done a good thing early on. I've got a recipe for living. Write it down before I'm gone. When I wake up and before I'm in bed all snug, to give my life all in need of, and I get 1 kiss and 3 hugs.
Tom O'Halloran.
We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. All brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Of my red, white, and blue.
Welcome back. This is the Thursday night edition of the Patriot Radio Show, and I am your host, Tom O'Halloran. December, yes, it's the No Gender December. There's a campaign underfoot, started in Australia, but it's moving through Europe, and I expect we'll see it here. A ban to be gendered. These LGBTQMRs, whatever they are nowadays, are upset over the idea of having toys for boys and toys for girls. They want it to be uniform. No more pink and blue sections in the stores. They don't like the fact that boys can have the option to just grow up being boys. They'd rather get them confused and have the kids playing with the boys playing with dolls and the girls playing with trucks. It's all about eliminating gender, and we're going to talk more about that as the hour goes on. Australian Senator Larissa Waters has launched the awareness campaign called No Gender December. And parents, if you want to give your boy a truck and your daughter a princess doll, you are encouraging domestic violence, she says. Domestic violence by teaching boys to be boys and girls to be girls. It's like, no, God had no special plan for us. He, boys should wear dresses, whatever makes them feel right. And for here in America, if you ladies are Christmas shopping and you're comfortable with the fact that there could be guys changing into dresses in the next dressing room over, one curtain away from you, then you'll enjoy shopping at Macy's. But if the idea creeps you out, you might want to shop somewhere else. There is a gal named Natalie that used to work at Macy's. She saw this from happening in San Antonio. And of course, Macy's management was extremely thankful for her telling a cross-dressing teen male, accompanied by several other LGBT queer friends, that he could not enter the fitting room. Oh, wait, no, they weren't thankful. They actually fired her for telling guys they can't use the ladies' dressing room. They fired her. They're tolerant of these queers using the ladies' dressing room, but they're not tolerant of the ladies that don't want them there. And I'll be damned if I'll shop anywhere where my wife or my daughter have to share a dressing room with a bunch of boys trying dresses on. It's insulting enough that they treated a woman with severe religious convictions this way. But the whole concept, I mean, you want your wife and your daughters to be safe. Macy's should want your wife and daughters to be safe. Macy's actually won a 100% award for the Corporate Equality Index. This is devised by the pedophile-funded Human Rights Campaign, which we talk about every week. This organization is the largest homosexual LGBT queer group in the country. And they're pushing this deviance into our schools, into our workplaces, into the public workplace. They're attacking vicious smear campaigns against Christians. And yet they grant this company a 100%. The president of this human rights campaign, Terry Bean, was just arrested with another male adult for having sex with a 15-year-old boy that met him on the internet in Oregon. Bean is a major fundraiser for gay and Democratic political candidates, including President Obama. But how tragic for a once highly revered store, the founders of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, that gave precious memories for 3 generations of American children. But it's not today's Macy's, is it? So, ladies, gentlemen, if Christ is in your life and you believe that men should lay with women and women with men, you might want to think about shopping elsewhere for your Christmas gifts. And the degeneration of America continues as Fox's TV show, The Family Guy, portrays Jesus as a sex-crazed adulterer. Fox just lost my business forever. Whatever happened to cartoons like Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunner? This animated sitcom created by the vile Seth MacFarlane about the Griffins a mom, an obese dad named Peter, 3 kids, and a dog that spews obscenities. The teaser for the show states that the 2,000-year-old version that portrays Jesus Christ, friends are trying to help him lose his virginity. But as you get into the show, it gets more vile than that. After running into Jesus at the mall, Peter is stunned over the fact that God is still a virgin. The Son of God is still a virgin. So he enlists his friends to help him throw Jesus the best birthday party ever, helping him find a way to become a man. At one point in the episode, Jesus told Peter that he wants to lose his virginity to Peter's wife, a request that Peter grants in exchange for a massage chair. Later in the episode, Peter and his wife changed their mind after it's revealed that Jesus tricks husbands every year into allowing them to sleep with their wives. What is wrong with this man that he would write such twisted, depraved stuff? And you know that he's a coward. You know that he's a spineless, weak coward, because they wouldn't do this with Muhammad. They do it because Christians don't throw him off the top of the Fox News building. They know Christians aren't going to come over and behead them and their staff. But Christians, we can stand up. We can stand up and flood Fox with letters, with phone calls, telling them that we're turning the channel and we're not going to watch it and we're not going to buy any of their advertisers' goods. I'm sick of it. I'm done. Absolutely done. And it gets worse because Christians have just been so turned the other cheekish lately. As Christians around the world are standing up to ISIS, refusing to convert to Islam, preferring to be beheaded than to accept Allah. Here in America, we just let this stuff happen. With 1.3% of Americans identifying as gay or lesbian, we let these LGBT queer organizations bully our businesses, bully us in politics. Planned Parenthood the other day said that they are going to make it unacceptable for any pro-life person to ever run for office. Because people need to understand that women have to be able to have their reproductive health. Reproductive health does not mean stabbing babies in the back and cutting their spinal cord. They say that families need to know that they'll have their health care right. Nothing says family like murdering your babies. And here in America, while other Christians around the world are standing up to ISIS, we just turn our back. We make excuses. Well, let's go ahead and vote for a pro-choice candidate because you can't legislate morality. But you're wrong, because that's what all laws do. Laws legislate what somebody thinks is right or not right. And when we elect people that think killing babies is right, then we're giving in and they're winning. We've got to stand up to them. We've got to stand up to them. Why is it that you can go to prison in America for destroying birds' eggs? You'll go to prison for destroying the eggs of an eagle or an owl. You'll go to prison for destroying eggs of a turtle. But it's okay to pluck a baby out and use a pair of scissors to stab it through the back and sever its spinal cord. What's the matter with us, America? 54 million abortions since Roe v. Wade. 54 million innocent lives taken. And we wonder why this country's in such a crappy shape.